What's up, everyone? Another episode of the BBL Show. I'm your host, Tony Camper, and today I'm flying solo. My co-host, Larry Carter, couldn't make it today, so it's just the guests. So bear with me. Aren't gonna be able to have all the fancy like intros and all that stuff, but we'll still make it work. All right, so today's guest is a longtime Barbell Life member. He's been around for a while, and his story is very inspiring. I've seen him here and there. He's posting some things. He gets a lot of attention in the group. A lot of people excited, love. He motivates a lot of us, including myself. So without further ado, let me introduce today's guest, Zack Childers. What's up, man?
Thank you for having me, Tony.
It's an honor, man. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, I just had my coffee, and I woke up with a vision today, I'm ready to inspire people, I have cerebral palsy, but that doesn't stop me from living everyday life. Yeah.
And that's a big reason why we're having you on the show. You're you post your videos and your pictures and stuff, and you're out there, killing it, and you're not letting anything stop you. You're not making excuses. You have like you said, you have cerebral palsy, but that doesn't stop you. Go out there, doing crazy weight and powerlifting things. Let's get right into it. Tell me a little bit about cerebral palsy. Actually, hold on. Rewind. I always ask everybody this who's on the show. How did you come into the barbell life? How did you find it?
Okay, so I'm sorry if you're watching this, but I might butcher your name a bit. A woman out in Texas named Tanya. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. Tanya T out in Houston, Texas. I think.
Lacombe.
What? Yeah, Tacombe. I think she. Yeah, I think she invited. Yeah, I think she invited me to the club, and I didn't really care. I just wanted to post my videos and inspire some people.
Yeah, Tanya is she's an awesome member. So big shout out to Tanya Lacombe. Hope I'm not messing up your name either. We appreciate you adding Zach to the thing. Okay, so he added you to the group, and from then you hit the ground running, videos, jumping on threads, things like that.
Yeah.
Pretty much, right? Okay. All right. So back to the cerebral palsy. Tell us a little bit about this affliction.
So, basically, cerebral palsy affects two parts of the brain, the cerebellum and the cerebellum. It affects your balance, your coordination, your speech, and yeah, that's about it.
Okay, so you were born with it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what was it like growing up with this disease?
Honestly, I don't think of it as a disease. I think of it and I also don't think of it as a forcent. Yeah, some days I wish I didn't have it, but if I didn't have it, I wouldn't be unique. I like to call myself the cerebral palsy Batman.
Cerebral palsy Batman.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you were growing up, though, what were some things that you had to do different compared to, kids that didn't have that?
Well, first things first, I was in a walker, wheelchair, helmet, crutches, and braces when I was younger. I had a pretty interesting childhood. People definitely, I think some people made fun of me behind my back, but to my face, not to my face, but I think they were just scared. I didn't think they quite understood.
Yeah, they say people fear what they don't know. So, I mean, and especially kids. Kids tease and they can be cruel, but obviously, that didn't hold you back or stop you. So you said you had crutches and you had braces on your legs?
Yes.
Okay.
I got off my crutches and my no, I cut off my I'm sorry, I cut off my helmet and my walker before my ninth grade year of high school, and I originally wanted to go out for the football team, but my mama was taking care of me at the time. Kathleen Bowman told me it wasn't a great idea. One, I would be paralyzed for life. So I decided I would go out for the wrestling team. And, they were hesitant at first, but then my mom saw a documentary about a guy from Arizona State who got a scholarship to wrestle, and he had one leg. And
I think I saw that.
yeah, it all got started. And I wasn't the best wrestler. I've only won one wrestling match my whole entire career. And I didn't care. Kids just did it for the free pizza day. I like pizza, but I like training more than pizza. So if that makes sense. So I stuck around with it, and it was challenging, but I didn't give a crap. It was fun, man. Seriously, I had the time of my life. It taught me dedication and perseverance.
That says a lot about your character and your mindset. You had this debilitating ailment, and you still wanted to be on the football team. And you got advised not to. That's the reason you didn't. And then you wanted to do wrestling. Crazy. Even though you only won one match, that's a big deal.
Yeah, and actually the reason why I won that one match is funny. The head wrestling coach didn't teach me this one wrestling move. My assistant coach actually taught me this wrestling move to help me win the match. So big shout out to him, Elias Soto.
That was your coach?
Yeah, my assistant coach, correct.
Okay. What was this wrestling move they taught you?
Well, in wrestling, you're not supposed to lock your hands underneath the bellies. So I couldn't get out of that quick enough, so I kept on crawling, and then my opponent got killed, so he kept on locking, and I won by technicality. So in my mind, yeah, it was a win.
Yeah, a win's a win, brother. Don't even try to
Yeah.
discredit that. That's pretty awesome, man. So this is high school, right?
Yes, definitely, definitely. My senior year of high school.
Okay.
And
Go ahead.
I didn't, what? Go on.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. So anyway, I didn't do any more sports after that. I was actually the mascot of the football team, the senior year, and also I was the manager of the baseball team.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is where you kind of got the bug for sports and competing, I guess.
Yes, definitely, definitely. And then let's let's fast forward a bit after high school. So I was done with high school, right? So I was sitting in class or something, and my teacher tells all of us about this. We had a special Olympics director from my state, in Oregon, come and talk to us about Special Olympics. Uh, I wasn't really quite I wasn't really interested in Special Olympics at the time because they didn't have wrestling, So I tried. So I saw swimming, and I'm like, Kai, I wasn't swimming in.
Can you
I wasn't what?
can you swim?
Yes, I can swim.
Okay.
Uh, yes. So swimming came along, right? I signed up for swimming. I liked it. I liked that I had a first swimming against a guy, and I walked him, man.
Oh
My
yeah.
compet my competitive side came out. So
Okay.
I'm like, I can really do this. So regionals was around. I got 3 gold medals in regionals. So the
This was
race
for swimming.
special, yeah, for swimming.
So you got
Sorry.
three gold medals at the Special Olympics.
Yes, and
Oh,
then
okay.
the way the Special Olympics works is if you get a gold medal, they draw your name out of a hat, and if your name is called, you'll get to go to the nationals awards. So I went to nationals my very first year in Special Olympics, and I got two I got 2 bronze and 1 silver for nationals
This is for
in
swimming
Lincoln,
too.
Nebraska. Yes.
Now, is nationals? I'm guessing it's a bigger event for the Special Olympics.
Yes, nationals. Yes, I think it was like 5,000 athletes or something from every sport, not just
Wow,
swimming.
that's a lot.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
when was this?
It was way back in 2010.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that's when you got into more competitive. Like after wrestling, you got into more competitive sanctioned event, right?
Yes, and
Okay.
then I tried swimming out 2 more years, and I was kind of falling off the wagon. I didn't really care for it anymore.
Mhm.
The, so powerlifting just got introduced in the state of Oregon. They finally allowed it in the state of Oregon.
Now this is for the Special Olympics.
Yes,
Okay.
and then uh, the the Special Olympics director from your team called me up and he's like, Zach, I know how strong you are. You need to be able, you, you need to sign up for powerlifting. Uh,
Had you ever powerlifted before or done anything like that?
No,
Okay,
no.
so it was brand new to you, huh?
Yes. It got introduced like 6 years ago, but I believe so. After swimming, I got introduced to powerlifting, and my first practice, man, I wasn't even taking, let me just tell you, I wasn't even taking it seriously until 2 years ago. My first powerlifting meet, my bench was like at 90 pounds. My deadlift was at 135, and I wasn't even touching the squat rack. So yeah.
How long did you train before you actually competed?
Special Olympics is weird, they give you like 2 or 3 months to train before the big event.
So you had just jumped into powerlifting and right off the bat competed in 3 months.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Well, then that explains, your numbers. You said you weren't too happy with those, but I mean, for just starting, that's not bad.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, who was your trainer, and how did they come about training you? Was it hard at first? Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, it was difficult. My trainer at the time was Nancy Kofo. Taya knows Nancy actually.
How does she know her?
I think she's friends with her through Facebook or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if maybe that's how she came across you.
Yeah, I'm wondering about that too. And the other trainers, he lives in New York now. The other one, I don't know where he's at. And the other one, Randy Davis, he owns his own CrossFit gym, but they're not really training us anymore. But let's fast forward like 3 years later or 2 years later, we got 4 years later, we got this great group of powerlifting coaches or studied Uncle Kurt's Radcliffe at the University of Oregon. So I know they really did. Man, they had us walk. I mean, seriously, I love. What?
They were kicking your ass, huh?
Yes, I loved that. And after the season was over, I asked if I could walk out with the Special Olympics coach, and he didn't mind. He was all for it. And he took me onto his swing, and
that's how it kind of you got more serious about it.
Yes.
Okay, so when you first started though, I mean, because you have obviously your cerebral palsy makes it difficult for you to do a lot of things. You said walking, coordination, things like that, balance. How was your coach able to teach you to be able to powerlift with this condition of yours?
My very first Special Olympics coach or my current one?
Both.
Okay, both.
Like, was it really hard at first for you to learn how to do it?
Oh yeah, it was really difficult. It took me a long time to get my body mechanics down.
Okay, and what were some things that kept you mentally strong to be able to say, you know what, I don't want to. I want to keep trying. I want to get, and eventually get to where you are now.
You know, I honestly have to say now I'm not blowing smoke here or anything. I honestly have to say first of all, I watched a lot of YouTube videos about powerlifters, and I watched people like Nick Wright, Chris Jones, to name a few, Max Tuning. You know, they're really big in the YouTube fitness industry. And then, you know, it's just the love and support of my darling wife, Anna, which really gave me the strength to achieve this goal of mine.
Okay, so you had inspiration from guys online. Shout out to Jones and Nick Wright. And then you had a good support system. You said your wife, right?
Yes.
Okay. So after a while, you kind of got the hang of it, and you started to get good at it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. And, you know, I'm a competitive person. So at that regional competition, I freaking lit it up, dude. I mean, on the deadlift, I deadlifted 1 or 200 more pounds than my competitor. I benched like maybe 80 more pounds than my competitor. I didn't quite get my squat down, but if I would have took gold in that category. I was really shocked when I took silver in my bench press category.
You were shocked because you didn't expect to do as good as you did?
No, silver. I wasn't shocked in that sense. I was shocked that I got silver in my bench press category.
So you thought you were going to do better?
Yes. But, you know, I think the reason why I got silver is I attempted a 225. I got it, but I clipped it at the end.
I know guys that can't even hit 225, so that blows my mind right now, man. That's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
Let's
go
ahead and take a look at some of your lifting videos. I'm gonna pull those up right now.
Great.
And you can just walk us through it. All right, so let's see what we got here. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see the Facebook screen.
Yeah, that's the one. So we're gonna pull up your first video of you squatting.
You know, this was kind of easy for me. This was way back when I had sciatica in my hip. I was attempting a 300 lift at a competition, and I guess I leaned forward, and I noticed a pain in my hip like a couple days ago. I ignored it for like 8 months. So that's not good, man. So I went to see a chiropractor, Nancy, which was my Special Olympics coach, and she's like, Zach, you're at sciatica for 8 months, and I'm like, what? So
this was making your squat a little more difficult and making you lean forward to compensate.
Yes, it made my squat more difficult, my bench press more difficult, and my deadlift more difficult. But after she fixed my after she fixed my hip, my squat, the very next weekend, I attempted a squat, and it was like a 50-pound PR for me on my squat, and on my bench, it was like maybe a 10 or 25-pound PR on my bench. My deadlift stayed the same, but hey, I got a 75-pound PR that day, so I can't be mad about that.
And this was all from your chiropractor adjusting your hip, huh?
Yes.
Now, for those who out there who don't know, tell us about sciatica. What exactly does that do?
What?
Sciatica?
Oh, sciatica. Sciatica. It's a pinched nerve in your back. So basically, yeah, it's a pinched nerve in your back. If you lean out forward on the deadlift, you'll get a little bit of sciatica, and it's a really bad pain that shoots from your hip down to your leg. And if it's really bad when you try to walk like down the street, I can actually, when it was really bad, I can actually feel my hip starting to go out of place a bit, and it hurt like heck.
Now, you think this started from your deadlifts?
Yes, I attempted a 300-pound deadlift, and I didn't get it, but when I dropped it, I felt something weird in my back like a couple days later.
Yeah, I think I've had that same issue then, because I've had some lower back pains like that, and it was from a failed deadlift, bad form.
And honestly, man, unfortunately, my sciatica will never go away. It's stuck for me for life, but you can monitor your sciatica by stretching every day.
Okay. Yeah, I use this bad boy right here.
I can't really see it, man. The screen is blank.
Foam roller.
The screen, yeah, okay.
Yeah, thing is awesome on the lower back. But
yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Let's pull up. You mentioned the deadlift. Let's pull up a deadlift video now. Let's see what you're.
Okay. Well, your screen is blank, man, so I can't see anything.
You can't see it right now?
No.
Okay. That's weird. I know the viewers can see, so we'll just roll with it.
Okay.
Trying to think why you wouldn't be able to see it, but no worries. We'll go on. Right here, we're gonna pull up your 415 PR on the deadlift, which again, there's a lot of guys I know who.
Now that was a perfect song for my 415 core. Don't Stop Believing by Johnny. I mean, that I still like that song till this day. It gives me so much motivation to do stuff like this. I love it.
That song, huh?
Yeah,
that is a perfect song. I'm gonna play it one more time because that was an awesome lift. Let's see. Now, do you remember how long ago that was that you hit that?
That was like I wanna say that was about a year ago.
Okay. Now, what's your deadlift? Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead.
My deadlift, I'm still stuck at, I did 415 like a couple weeks ago, but I can do like 405 pounds consistently now. I've actually been starting walking with bands. If you don't know what bands are, I highly recommend you should give them a try. I mean, it works on your lockout. It's easy on the bottom and really hard at the top.
That's perfect because if you have problems with your lockout, when you're used to trying to pull through a band, once you get rid of the bands, it seems like it just shoots you up, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I recently got 500 pounds with bands, and 500 pounds with bands. It's like you're trying to lift 455 or 405 pounds without bands.
So your max is 415, you said, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Now, once you get rid of the bands, what are you going to try to attempt? Try to make your next PR?
Oh, I already tried 425 a couple of times in my life. I can never seem to get it, but if I have really good form, I'm really trying to work on my hip hinge. If I have really good form, I think I can hit it. I can close like once or twice. Yeah.
You hitting 415 is a big deal though. And you have you hit in competition?
No, I just barely missed. No, actually, I didn't barely miss. I missed my 415 attempt, my third attempt, cause my legs were really straight, but I didn't care. At least I got a brand new competition PR at 385, which is good to me. I mean, I was so freaking strong. My first attempt in deadlift, I missed 325 because it went up so freaking fast. I mean, it was crazy. So I missed that, and I told my coach, hey, I want to go for 350. I can. So he let me go for 350. I hit that. 385, it went up torso. Yeah.
Well, that's a good segue because I'm going to pull up the 385 you did in competition. Give me 1 second for the viewers at home. Here we go. This is your 385 deadlift in competition.
Visualize it, Zach. To the heels, buddy.
Okay, so the guy yelled, get it up, get it up, get it up. That was actually the head Special Olympics coach. His name is Greg Emerson. He played in college, and he was one of the members, or actually played under Coach Radcliffe, so he knows his stuff for sure.
Okay, so did he help train you at all?
Yes, he helped train me. Not by myself, with the group of Special Olympians. And, you know, let me just give this time to shout out to Coach Emerson, Megan, and Alan, my Special Olympic coaches, and all the other athletes. So every one of them are fun to work out with. Let me tell you what.
Well, big shout out to those guys. You know, what they're doing is a big service to the community, and you know, people in your situation. You know, it means a lot, and you know, nothing but respect to those guys. So you were talking about you have a hard time with 425, but you're going to be basically you're going to hit it eventually as long as you stick with it. What are some of your plans moving forward as far as powerlifting goes?
I'm sorry, repeat the question. I couldn't quite hear you.
No problem. What are some of your goals moving forward as far as powerlifting and anything else in general?
Okay, one of my goals is to just motivate and inspire people, man. I mean, that's all I ever wanted to do. Outside of Special Olympics, I lived in this great organization called the WABDL, the World Association of Bench Pressers and Deadlifters. Right after my Special Olympics competition, not this year, but last year, I had 3 months, just 3 months to get ready for this one. It was in my hometown. I was psyched, and you know, when I got on that stage, I was kind of nervous actually. I didn't hit my 185 bench press. I missed it on all 3 attempts because I clipped it on all 3 attempts. But I nailed my deadlift. My last deadlift was at 325. So, you know, that was a personal best for me. So I got first place. And I actually qualified for Worlds in Vegas. Unfortunately, I didn't get to go to that because of finances. But, you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Well, at least you qualified, man. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
We know a couple guys in the group that are world's lifters, and that's a big stage.
Yeah, definitely. I shout out to Tanya. She's been given advice a lot, and you know, she's inspirational, my man. I mean, seriously, did you look at some of her lifting videos from the USPA?
Yeah, Tanya's a beast.
Yeah.
Nothing but love to Tanya. And like I said, I gave her a shout out earlier. I'm going to give it again. Big shout out to Tanya back home. You know, she's been a huge part of the Barbell Life community. And, you know, she's obviously touching a lot of people's lives, including yours. So big shout out to Tanya. Real quick, before we wrap up, let me show one more of your videos. Kind of go out with a bang. Hold on one second.
What video is this?
This one is, let's see what it says. It says easiest 405 pull ever, and you got a
okay.
You know which one?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Let me start it. Hold on. Right there. Yeah, there's a lot of guys I know can hit 405. Let me run that back. That did look super easy.
So one thing I want to elaborate on that was before I could hit 4 or 5 consistently, I wasn't working on my hamstrings or my back. So I really wanted to hit those numbers. So I started working on my hamstrings and back consistently. And afterwards, I was able to hit 4 or 5 consistently.
Okay. Yeah, because that lift right there, man, you made that look super easy. Like I said, I know a lot of dudes who pull 405. I mean, there's days that I have a hard time with it, so that's super impressive, man.
You'll just have to keep.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. What?
You'll just have to keep grinding, man.
Yeah, definitely. What's your height and your weight?
When I started swimming, I was 5'4", 135, and then 2 years later, I'm still 5'4", and I weigh about $170.
That's impressive, man.
I want to stay at that weight. So I learned from Greg. So he basically taught me to eat a high protein diet. So that's what I've been doing. I don't really measure any of my food. I keep track of the proteins I take in my mind, and yeah, I just keep track of proteins. I don't keep track of, well, I used to keep track of fats and carbs, but I don't really do that anymore. I'm just trying to maintain my body mass.
Okay. So when's your next competition coming?
My next competition is where I was born in Dombekos. So this, if any one of you don't know what Dombekos is, it's a children's hospital with disabilities, different disabilities. So this fundraiser is dear and close to my heart. It's around Christmas time, but I don't care. I think giving this donation is way better than giving other material items, because these kids really need this donation. Okay, so anyway, I have this charity event in November out in Tigard, Oregon. So if you're ever in the area, you should check it out. Anyway, it's got deadlifts for dumbbells.
For what?
And last, deadlifts for dumbbells.
Okay.
Yeah, and last year we raised like $4,000 for dumbbells. It was a really nice event.
Okay. Yeah. Send me that link and I'll post it on the video. So if anybody's interested in checking it out or possibly donating, they can go to the link and contribute. That's pretty cool. I like the concept of deadlifting, to help raise donation. Pretty cool.
It's a non-Special Olympics event as well, which I'm super pumped for, because they only have like one Special Olympics powerlifting meet a year. It's free. What are you gonna do? It costs a lot to put on a powerlifting meet. So I just like to lift in. I just like to lift in other meets to get my body pumped and ready for the Special Olympics season and just to get strong, you know.
When does the season start?
The season starts in February.
Okay. So you got some time from November to February.
No, actually, the season starts in January, but you know, there's no, guys, one important thing. There is no off season. I train all year long.
Nice. Hell yeah, that's the truth, man. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate you coming on the show, Zach. You've been an awesome guest. I apologize to the guys out there for started a little late because we had some technical issues. Our technical guru Larry couldn't join us today. So, I've been manning this shit by myself, but I think we did all right.
Yeah.
Please excuse any echo and the lack of an intro, outro like we usually give you guys. But all right, Zach. So before we wrap up, you want to give any words to anybody out there?
Well, you know, I have cerebral palsy. If I can do it, you can too. There's no excuses. There's actually a company out in Portland that does its own clothing well called No Excuses. And I really abide by that saying. So if any one of you guys have any questions, you are more than welcome to PM me and I will try to get back to you. Or if you can drop, if you have any more questions, you can drop it down below in the YouTube comments.
And how do the viewers out there get a hold of you? What's your info?
My info, just friend me on Facebook or you can PM me. My name is Zack, Z-A-C-K, Childers, C-H-I-L-D-E-R-S.
All right. And yeah, we'll have the links on the YouTube video. So, hey, Zach, I really appreciate you coming on the show. Huge inspiration. Watching just doing the show with you, watching your videos, I feel like I'm doing some deadlifts now. So I really appreciate you being on the show. And let's go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor for the show today, which is Barbell Nutrition. That is the official supplement line of the Barbell Life community. Let me go ahead and just put it up real quick. All right, so here it is, barbellnutrition.com. We've been building this up for the past few months. We've had a couple setbacks as far as labels go and things like that. We're just trying to make sure everything's perfect. We're pretty much at the home stretch. Should have the pre-sales starting in the next couple weeks. And everybody who's on the email list, be expecting an email soon talking about the latest supplement that we're putting out. If you're not on the email list, go to barbellnutrition.com and get signed up. You'll get discounts on the supplements. You'll get all the information on anything that has to do with the Barbell Life community. You'll get the information on t-shirt sales, yada, yada, yada. So definitely check out barbellnutrition.com. And that's about it. So again, Zach, thanks for being on the show. Thank you, everybody who checked out the Barbell Life show. And till next time, guys.
Thank you, Tony.